Health and well-being are a major part of advertising right now, with companies trying to push their fat-free, non-GMO, or healthy alternatives. The same is for social media with influencers selling their workout plans and meal plans. But what the social media influencers don't tell you is what they're really doing to help achieve those superhuman results, and that's anabolic steroids. This can result in people with unreal expectation and loss of motivation when these goals are not reached trying to obtain them naturally. Today I will discuss why anabolic steroids should be legal. I will explain the importance for medical research, why the solution which is to legalize anabolic steroids under certain conditions, and then describe how this solution will benefit society. Throughout this speech, I will be using the most up-to-date information on the Northeast State Library, as well as information I have learned over the years in the gym. My first main point is the need for medical research. When people hear of a professional athlete using steroids, that athlete loses all credibility. But why? Unlike tobacco or alcohol that are both addictive drugs with proven research of the damages they cause to the body, they have been normalized in society. Much of this can be blamed on the lack of understandable professional research on steroids, leading people to not fully understand what the risks of steroids are and what they actually do to your body. Like Lee Monaghan said in 2001, Bodybuilding, Drugs, and Risk, the association between bodybuilding, drugs, and risk has contributed to a negative image of an activity which many people find puzzling. In the book by Fergal Grace and Julian Baker in 2012, Perspectives on Anabolic Androgenic Steroids and Doping in Sports and Health, anabolic androgenic steroids, or AAS, remain the most used and abused drug in the athlete and recreational gym user. And with so little real medical research, younger people are easily convinced to use steroids by their favorite influencer with no real understanding or professional guidance. Female users would greatly benefit from this due to the negative outlook people have on women using steroids. Marie Lowe stated in her book in 1998, Women of Steel, Female Bodybuildings and the Struggle for Self-Definition, this is typically viewed by the public and being outside of the boundaries of appropriate femininity. Now that I have discussed the need for medical research, let me move on to my next point, which is medically monitored and prescribed use. Just like any form of medication, you must monitor how your body reacts. And with the many different types of anabolic steroids, it is important to get routine blood work done. In an article by Ibrahim Alcide and Jared R. Alablock in 2015, Usage and Prescriptions of Anabolic Androgenic Steroids Among Male Fitness Center Attendees in Kuwait, a cross-sectional study, only 18.2% of AAS users had appropriate knowledge regarding the side effects of AAS. Non-users were just as much uninformed as AAS users regarding the side effects of AAS. While there are specific clinics to prescribe weight loss drugs, there is no such clinic for anabolic steroids. And with only 18% of users having appropriate knowledge, this is exactly why there should be clinics with competent doctors to prescribe them. After all, if our family doctors didn't tell us how much anabolics to take, many of us would not be using the correct dosage. Now, how does this resolve the issue? With routine monitoring and improved dosage for your desired goals, you are far less likely to have any substantial health risk. Now that I have discussed monitored use, let me move on to my next point, which is regulated manufacturing. Back in the Prohibition era, when manufacturing of alcohol was illegal, this forced people to buy it from home brewers. With no regulations, people were making it using old car radiators made from lead and other unsanitary conditions, leading to numerous health concerns. Since it has been legalized, it has been normalized in society. With anabolic steroids being legal and regulated, this would mean manufacturers would have to pass FDA regulations and requirements. With these requirements in place, people would have much better understanding with what exactly they're taking, and the doctors would have a much easier time identifying side effects and benefits. In conclusion, while this may not be a world-changing topic, it most certainly changed the health and wellness market along with the athletic world. There is a large misunderstanding of what anabolic steroids are and what they do, much like alcohol during the Prohibition era. With regulated manufacturing in place, this would ensure clean and sterile production. This would lead to much better medical research being done with true products. While both of those are important, the most important is they are only prescribed under professional guidance and monitoring. Instead of influencers hiding the fact that they are using anabolic steroids, but rather be truthful, many people wouldn't lose faith after 3 months in the gym without receiving those superhuman results trying to achieve them naturally.